defense, as you pointed out, and as we talked about in the desk, you've got that Yoru. This could be exciting, but Durka and Safe, one hell of a combination there, bringing to bear. And already, Vitality have made it through the B site, deep into the spawn, where they take Benji, Fishy down. Team Heretics down a player, and chasing that spike over to the C site. Nice shot from Les.
Yeah. Spike's gonna go down.
It's an awkward fight for Trex. He thought he had the timing with the smoke, but he can't quite get there. And Heretics, a 3v4, but it's not an easy fight.
No, not easy at all with the spike already down. They had decided to go all together. Try to take the fight, maybe isolate some of the players.
Big problem brewing, though. Look at Durka. He pushed up late B mid, catches Woot, and now leaves the C site with just one angle of approach for the defenders. Gate crash gets him back to long, so he's with his teammates. 4v2 and a firing squad with time against them. It's an impossible round for Heretics. It should be, and it proves to be. Durka with a big three-piece to put one on the board. And Vitality showing us that they've got a little bit of a water workflow to it, moving the path of least resistance in that pistol. I like the versatility on display. Defensive side, well, they don't have a lot to purchase. It's all classics that they're bringing through. So I like the fact that they're just going to group up and try to use numbers to their advantage, see if Vitality fall into their trap on the A side.
Yeah, the only one having more utility is Wood. Can obviously save it, but he can also do some damage or force some duels from the side of Vitality if someone decides to be too curious. Looks like Les is going to be, but he only has a ghost with him. Did he see him?
Yeah. Well, certainly suspected. Still, the weaponry not quite there. Spamming through the smoke with a classic not ideal. And the C site has been well and truly taken. A simple walk-in from the side of Vitality. As this, I mean, you want to call it a fake. It was just a group of Team Heretics players grouped up on A pistol sent to test the waters, and a free C site take on the back of it. It's tough for Heretics to do anything of value, but a couple kills, and maybe it could be worthwhile.
Hey, they could do some damage here.
Nice.
Never mind, Derek is on the other side.
Yeah, range with the classics, but here, two up close, they're able to drop one. From here on out, any loss is a rifle gone. Vitality brought two pistols. If Boo can make it, one extra body on the floor, but it's certainly a tough task. Reposition being spotted already, but there it is. Hey, you know, well, some disadvantages. Vitality still come in with four rifles to play with. You're at least going to be able to add a little bit extra. He has faked it. Durka has faked it. A one straight through! Behind enemy lines! The goal to make that play! Unbelievable! In the upper final, no less. Oh my goodness!
What in the actual hell?
Pretended to be his decoy.
I thought we were never going to see someone do it. And then Durke, on the bonus round, when he has his ultimate, and it is the perfect moment, because why would he do that?
Why would he? He has his ult, of course he's going to use his ult, but no, it's Durka, and he's picked up another 3K. Oh, can Mini Boo match up to this, man? Well, the task just got a little bit more difficult.
He's smiling. This is over. It's over. I know, it's just a bonus converted.
Oh, man. They've got to be fuming. They tagged him with the camera, and they see him walk in. They're like, no one's stupid enough to do that with a rifle on their bonus with his ult, the only ult they have. Oh, man. Well,
I'd love to see Niels and Weber's reaction to that.
I think they were chuckling. I think they sometimes you got to take a step back and laugh at yourself. Yeah. Well, it's quite a big punishment off the back of a ludicrous play. Durka still has ult. Heretics don't have a lot to fight with, but they're making the best of it. Less down already. That's an opening pick for the side with the Sheriffs. And last time they did just group up on a site with those weaker weapons. Vitality need to be cautious wherever they go.
And it was also Les the first one to go down in that instance in that second round. They're taking their time, slowly starting to work towards A. The drone coming in from Rians is not going to spot anything. Second drone from Wood. A lot of information for this defense. Still not going to spot anything.
Vitality cautious, as we said, but it's given the window a little bit of time for Heretics to rotate in. They've got 3 players on A. They're ready to roll as the flash comes in. A stall for a moment. Mini Boo is here as well. Flash popped on the other side. They're hearing a lot of presence. And Vitality don't like what they're hearing. They're running the other way.
You also expect this kind of like fast rotations, but watch out because Boo could have a massive kill here.
The ultimate didn't spot him. I didn't see him look left.
Nope.
I think they walked right by him, but Boo has unfortunately assumed that he was seen. Of course he did. No way to know that he had flown under the radar. Nice shot, 12 seconds. This is getting a little scary. Boo buys time. The rest of the squad is here. The spikes on the backside needs to be planted. It needs to be planted now. All they have to do is interrupt this plant and the round could be theirs. They've done it. Kicks is down and Trex cleaning up, but it doesn't matter. It's too little, too late.
That's a way to get back into the game. That's a very beautiful piece of character.
This game will get your heart pumping. Miniboo's gone in. Reveal was behind the smoke. The punish is instantaneous, but kicks. Well, he kicks back with a quick 4v4 reset. And Heretics, well, they want to make up for the ground they've given. Remember, it's a stack up on A early on. They had those 3 players, still 2 sitting around with no idea where the hit is coming in. The defensive side is a lack of info, and they have to make up for that with someone like Benji Fishy pushing way up, pardon me.
Yeah, same goes for Les in the mid part of the map. And now with this 4v4, Safe is not only going to try and get that over, he's also going to get that kill onto Benji Fishy. Their rotation is instant. Apparently now, even though we're already down to 50 seconds left, still another decision to be made. And if you're Vitality, you do not want to run out of time again.
Show me a target.
No, that clock is going to be in the back of your mind. That's for certain. Moving towards this A site. The best option really for Heretics. It was for a moment. But Woot's being pulled in to a fight that he would rather avoid. Safe on the other side, and he's taking him down. The shield couldn't save him this time. Reveal, and Woot's still alive. Okay, he's dealt with very quickly. And any resistance on that site has been whittled down. Vitality 3v1. It's Boo, spotted up above, tagged up, holding on to life by a thin thread. He needs a kill. He needs someone out of position. A miracle in front of our very eyes. For now, he is just biding his time, allowing them to think that he's rotated, getting his smokes down, fakes the TP up top.
He's out.
And he's bailing. Time to save that weapon. Maybe keep them there so they can die.
Oh.
Back in. Just when I thought he was out.
Just when you...
There's Fury, but it's the weaknesses that they're up against. You don't expect to see anything thrown into it. It should be an easy round for Vitality, but you can see the patience that they're displaying. Heretics have been all in. Yeah.
You have to. Yes, a couple of stacks in some eco rounds, but right after a pause, with that many ultimates, you have to consider that something has to be coming your way if you are Vitality. And after that first wave is completely wasted, let's say, it was gone by, both rounds are out.
Here.
It's time to walk on to B.
Appears to be. They're just going to step right on in. Flash being avoided. Heretics are ready now. Units on the side. Flash, peek, Miniboo's down, and good idea where these players are. The info being given to Safe, and he's not quite capitalizing with the third, but you know what? Maybe he didn't need to go in for that one. Flash dodged as well. I was seeing a round where Rian's just pops off, and pistols, it might not matter that much, but if Safe's got a read on your buy rounds, you're in big trouble. Already, we're seeing Durka take that space on B, destroy the trap, and, well, deep committal. We're going all the way in. Hunter's Fury traded out on both sides. Rien barely dodges it, steps back into the fray. Heavy traffic, but he doesn't find himself flattened before the cost is paid. He's put it down to a 4v4. He's dropped the spike, has to be retrieved. But for now, it's almost like Safe is trying to use that spike. That, like, these players would start to peek into B and he could take him down. Patience, though, from Heretics till now.
Second time that the spike is on a difficult situation for Vitality. This time, though, they're going to be able to retrieve it. Circuit just walks onto it. Still has to go down.
Yeah, they still got to plant that. The gate crash might have gotten him out of dodge, but Safe's not in the same position. Getting out a little bit more dangerous and impossible as we see Vitality move to the C site with their remaining players. One man down. Miniboo hunting them deep into the spawn. Takes the gate crash. Now that's in the back of Trex's mind. There could be a player there. It's going to mean eyes are looking in different directions. You're diverted, and they'll look to take advantage of that chaos, but Heretics running into less find themselves at a huge loss. It seemed like they'd done everything. They thinned out the players on the site. They pushed together, but it wasn't enough. And now Woot has a 1v2 utility against him. Reveal from Trex, not even fired in yet. He at least has his util to force a fight, and close as it may come.
A very easy flash to dodge. Easy to dodge flash. I did not like that from Team Heretics. I think that the pressure might be getting to them.
You can see it. It's certainly building. Oh my, that's an opening. Benji straight onto Durka through the cage. Tries to step through the smoke, and it's a different result entirely. Boo, though, Manages to escape for a moment. Shot through the wall is good. Another shrouded step. He is sneaking around this site, but the shock darts hunt him down to 13 HP. And a bullet quickly puts him to bed. This round, dangerous as it may have looked. The weaker weapons for Team Heretics. They called their second pause. They're coming in 7-1 down. They're facing off against the Yoru and ISO ult. That is dangerous usually. Durka just walked in. He just popped his flash and ran in for the fight. Fair enough.
It was actually Kicks and less taking the damage for that.
Well, you don't want to stand behind that guy. That is for sure. He's drawing fire as is Kicks. He's being finished off by Boo, but Boo can't escape. Tries to get out of there with the Omen ability. And back into the shadows he goes. Safe as sent and packing, and the advantage sits with the attackers. They've even got the A site on lockdown.
Spike's gonna go down. Les is gonna be looking behind and probably finding the first ones.
Safe, in fact, now waiting for Les's trade. Beautifully set up, beautifully executed. And Rienz is left with an impossible situation. Hey, look, at least we've seen ultimates used by Vitality, sure, but all of those things, it's not really the silver lining you would think coming out of round 9. At this point, 8-1 in the lead. We're into the late half, and it could be the late game at this stage. We could be very close to the end. And for Heretics, hey, maybe that's the best case scenario. Quick reset and move on to Abyss.
Yeah.
Let's hope there's more to it than that.
Yeah, exactly. For context, and people that did not see what happened on the first week that Heretics was playing, that Abyss, apparently they played it. It didn't look good. It was like a fake, a clone on round 3, and he wants to make it more high.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a nice shot from Rienz. Kicks put to bed off rip. Barriers just went up, and one of the players from Vitality went down. Now, Heretics, they fall back. We've seen them with patient play, sitting and waiting, and that's very much the name of the game now. 3 players on this A site, and it looks like they're still going to go in. Vitality showing no fear and showing no weakness either. Benji manages one from above. Rienz, the third man on the site, not expected, despite his kill earlier. The chaos, well, it wins it out for the other side. Vitality may finally have tasted defeat.
Yeah, look at the spike there in the minimap. Again, we see the circumstances where the spike has to be retrieved, and the weaponry, even though not the best for Team Heretics, it's enough to grant them their second round. Very similar to the first one. Well, it's not over yet, is it?
Oh, come on now. 2v4, I mean, you're right.
Yo, Les is clicking today. Les is more today.
Les has been on fire. Some of the players have pistols. But, yeah, too big of an ask. And to be honest, Heretics at this point, they are not going to let this round slip. You know, sometimes you see these 2v4s won because someone wants to go out for the peak a little early. If anyone makes a mistake here and gives away the game, you're going to have Neil screaming at you. He never raised his voice.
Not really, because he used both his timeouts. So
no, after the game.
Later.
Between this map and the next, he's going to take you into a private room and just explain exactly why you shouldn't have made that. You give another rifle to your opponent so you know, or mix spot that round. Big push. Heretics are going in for it. I thought after the smoke down and utility Miniboo falls back, but he sits around for a while waiting for that pick. It doesn't come though. Vitality, they're keen to pump the brakes as well. Watching mid, have a trap outside C. No need to hurry on the attacking side.
Absolutely not. They want to look back at B because of what happened in previous rounds. First drone used. Still have Rienz one. They're all very close to the ultimates as well. Benji, Wood, Rienz.
I mean, it couldn't be any better, could it? Heretics, they try aggression on A, they get denied, and what do? They go back and try aggression elsewhere on the map. Hopefully you can have a flank, something like that. They move to B, 4 players there, and then they realize A's wide open. No noise is being made, and they've walked right up. Durka, though, trying to find out just how much space is being conceded. Ends up losing his life. Hunter's Fury thrown in. That's a kill. Now a 5v3. This situation much more winnable than before. In fact, Vitality on the back foot and in need of a hero. The decoy is going to catch them off guard. Kicks might do well up close, but Self and Les, in fact, just Les, need to have the round of their lives to pull this one off. Heretics are storming the site, smoke on the plant, and defuse very much underway. That's the round tied up. Let's see if they've discussed the C site hold. Vitality in the final round, looking to test this other side of the map. The shot landed. The wall is the only thing keeping Boo alive right now.
Slowly but surely, they're pushing with the operator. First shot, and he just TPs back onto spawn. He wants to keep that or just... He's actually going to give it to save. All right, didn't see that one coming. Show me what you got. Come on.
Like we said, Safe's had some pretty good reads so far. I feel like the calling for Vitality has been on it. Heretics have started to catch up last 2 rounds. But if he has a read on where you are, and he's got the op to take you down, well, I'll certainly put stock in someone like Safe landing that shot 9 times out of 10.
They walk in B again. Boo using his ultimate to clear C long. Trying to find anything.
And the B-side's been overrun. The noise is heard, though. Heretics quick to react. They've seen the operator. They know it's in play here. Shield up. Safe's looking for a fight. And in fact, keeping himself safe from the ultimate that was in play. Armageddon, though, doesn't force anyone out of position. A slight fall back down to mid, down to the window. That's all that Vitality did, but the op is still very much in play. It looked the wrong direction for a second. Having to dodge some more utility, it's a nightmare. You got to be on your toes down here in mid. Vitality are losing players. The spike, for all they know, could be defused as we speak. That's why they use the Hunter's Fury. But now, another tap on the spike. The shots through the smoke are not landing. And with that, have any fake decoy strats up their sleeve. Big push in mid, 2 from Garage, but they don't even get through the doors. Heretics quickly putting a stop to that mid push and finding themselves in a 5v3 as a reward.
And in a 3v5 situation, Vitality is just going to wait, maybe regroup. But Team Heretics, they can't expect aggression coming in from any place on the maps. So they decide to just walk together, clear every corner. Time it could be crucial for them. They decided to maybe, just maybe, end up on this A side.
They have heard that stealth drone up on A, I believe. Not sure if it was, or maybe it was shift walk the entire way. We'll see. It certainly seems like Vitality are suspicious of this side of the map. They've got players here, but the shots aren't landing, at least not in their favor. Trex has already found one in the head, and Les turns his back at the wrong moment. Beautiful spacing and timing from Benji Fishy. Kicks now left with an ace in a pistol round. We've seen it before. It's doable, and he's dropped Mini Boo to start. But plenty of players standing against him. Uses the smoke to isolate an angle. Steps back, hoping to force a mistake. He's given himself the opportunities, or rather he's given his opponents the opportunities to hand him a win. Unfortunately, just a 2-round gap, and what a recovery that is for Team Heretics. Mini Boo, well, everyone he's up against is rocking the no shield setup. Should be nice and easy to take them down. He lands a headshot to start with, and all the while his team are just waiting behind that smoke. Not sure where they want to take it, and aware that Vitality are likely to have stacked up. I mean, that's exactly what Heretics did in these rounds on their defense.
Just clearing up all the space, obviously with both the Sova and the Tejo. We have a lot to work with in terms of drones. But of course, they want to be a little bit more passive, give Vitality a little bit of time to do something else. Benji has all the timing onto Les.
Again. Oh. Well, Les looked the right way this time. That's one drop, but it is similar to what we saw from Vitality. It's the player with practically nothing, with just a pistol, who's sent out to have a look. Mini Boo might have a pistol in his hand, but he had invested into a sniper, a Marshall, that now lies on the floor. Another kill would be very beneficial, and Kix has landed it. Okay. Now there might even be a better weapon for him on the floor, and a 1v2, very winnable. Boo tries to be the thorn in his side, a sneaky spot tucked in the corner. I like it.
That's a freaking Phantom.
He's very much upgraded. I mean, this has gone from a impossible round to certainly winnable.
Team Heretics decides to play together.
They've heard the smoke. There we go.
And the time is onto one. Vitality wants to take charge of the situation.
I think seeing a lot of it, some reactive utility as well on defensive side. Here on attack, it is much more, I guess, standardized in how you're going to use that. Essentially, if it doesn't go up at the start of the round, you've got to really wonder what have they got planned, because it's just free space taking. And here you can see it denies that control over short on A, and now the hold on the A site is interrupted. It's not what it should be. And Boo's able to sneak into a corner, giving them a chance to catch someone off guard. Although I see he's just being forced back by a drone. A walk up by Benji. He's just picking a spot and walking up his butt. How did he get out of there? He was revealed. How did he get out of there?
I need to see his POV. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I will give him the benefit of the doubt.
That was a double ping. A double ping. And he got out. What is going on? I don't even think he got shot at the first time. Anyway, Safe is now down. That's a nice fight for Heretics. The A site usually has 3 people on it. This time it's a little lighter. It gets panic out of Durka, who has to quickly rotate into position. Trex has already used a lot of his utility, firing in a shock dart just for good measure, but it's the bullets that are going to do the work. He's forced back into the hands of Miniboo!
Down A.
That's a 4-piece off the bat, unless, well, he is going to be wishing that he had a reveal for some of these boys. Not sure what he'd do with it, but it would help. There's 3 just sat on the site, and it won't become 2. Nicely done by Heretics, 1 round away.
1 round away and a bonus converted for them. The same fate that Vitality had on that first half. And what a performance from Miniboo, also not, you know, staggering and not freezing at the wrong time. Okay.
Oh, there was no need to put that in. There was no need to. I was working on some challengers, and EBS never did that. We had whips. They never showed it.
They listened to me. They listened to me.
Here we're so mean, and I love it.
I request so many things to these people. They listen to me, Mitch.
Shout out EBS, but they will throw you under the bus if you make a mistake. Let me tell you. Early on, barriers up, and a fight is already brewing. Durka is being tagged up by the Taeho utilities, being shot in the arm as well. The man is beaten and bruised, and finally he will leave that A-long position, but they get nothing for the damage that they've taken.
Want to be proactive, want to be a little bit aggressive for the side of Vitality, at least deny and get that Orf for safe that is now 1 away. Not going to decide to push. So Benji had his utility there, just moving back. Still 5v5, as you're saying. Durka's not in the best health. But this rounds, man, these eco rounds.
Surely not a round where Vitality can pull the win out of nowhere. Heretics have everything to work with. Already, we're starting out with the ultimate from Miniboo. He's spotted 2 players now towards that C site, and they have ran back. There's a reveal. The player inside a smoke. They had vision, they couldn't land the kill. Just coming out of the ult, but still the site is taken, and the plant should be secured.
He's just gonna back down. Plant is about to go down.
They're pushing in, they're taking the fight here, and now Heretics are going on top! Oh my goodness! It was only pistols they were up against. If this doesn't work out, it never will.
Forced out, maybe to take the duels, they decide to retrieve back on the side of Vitality. So the location's going to be noted and then retrieved. Heretics is just going to start walking down again. Trying to get A-long control. Little by little, they have to be careful. Timing here is so important, 9 to 8.
On this, coming out of that pause as well. They've had a moment to sit in their emotions. Now they want to recapture that energy on the side of Team Heretics. They'll have to deal with Safe to bring this across the line. Miniboo already on a tear. Safe gets 1, but then it's done, and the site has been overwhelmed. Yet again. Reveal out on long. Whether that's caught Dirk or not, I'm not sure, but he made a step, and that's being heard by Woot. They know about the flank. At least I think they
have to wait. Like, sometimes the timings for Vitality have been a bit off.
Flash goes in, players out of spawn, but Durka being known about, they avoid him. Instead, fighting the spawn push, using their ultimates in play here. This is beautiful from Team Heretics. You'd think they'll fight the back, that Durka could distract them and the players coming from spawn could catch them off guard, but a perfect response.
And the investment is so little. At the beginning of the round, you use the guided salvos and the smoke, right? Retrievable utility that you're going to have. Same onto getting onto site, investing very, very little. And then Wood uses that Armageddon for when the retake is about to come in for the side of Vitality. You break that time to give up that space time and time again, because the salvos, like, literally, either you take a fight where you're most likely to die or you die to the damage. So you're out.
This is the thing, right? This is what we've been talking about when it comes to Taeho, just how intrusive that utility can be. It has a fingerprint across the entire round. There's a deep push by Durka. He's straight up behind Heretics, and they did not have the read on that. Woot, having stepped back, gave the tiniest window. But that's one that they climbed straight through.
Now Vitality is just staying very passive. The drone, both of the Soba drones being used almost at the same time. Safe is going to break one. Going to start slowly rotating, but all the utility from Les is already awaiting on Ace and goes with Durka.
Getting past that util will be quite the challenge. The first is broken. Now they know that the play is coming in, thinking the guided salvo would keep Durka back, but he steps right into it. He is firing from above, but Heretics are firing right back, keeping this in a winnable position. It's Woot, 1 HP, and Trex just about eliminates him. This could be. Oh, it could still be the round. 18 seconds. Spike down in the open. Rienne's conscious of the site, but Trex is repositioned.
And just coming from different angles. Timing could have been so important. 9 to 10 now. Straight into action.
Guided salvo, it's not used right at the start of the round. A little bit of a different pace as they look to use it on the side itself when the push is coming in. Less hiding at the back with Durka, but up above the smoke, Durka's found one, supports on the back side, but it's overrun. Benji getting around the right side of the logs just in time, leaving Safe and Trex to attempt the recovery. I love the usage of their utility there. Safe makes them vulnerable. Trex tries to take them down with the shock dart. It didn't land for the kill. This rifle found one, it's found another. Trex showing up when they need him most. He won the round for them in the last. This time, he may do it yet again. It's 3 ends on the other side, barely around the corner before the bullet whizzed by. He needs to be clean on this shot. They're both swinging. They've stopped the defuse to deal with that threat. Vitality, at long last, we're back in the saddle.
Fighting for that pen for the past 4 years, okay? Fight for your pen.
I will. The fight starts today. For Vitality, the fight started a couple rounds ago. They're back up 10 and 10, neck and neck. And now, rifles for both teams. As you said, though, Vitality have that ultimate economy in their back. Durka, he's walking up, and even though Boo is waiting, he will not be able to take that fight across the line.
5v4 after getting that, and Heretics apparently want to clear this space. Durka still can TP out, and so he will. Miniboo finds kicks. Used the ultimate before. He's back.
Safe's done it. Yeah, he's won a fight in his ultimate's what we needed to see. Durka, oh, he just about survived that pop in the ultimate, getting information. Shock dart's good as well. Going down on long, an extra angle of attack. Everyone from Vitality is separated, segmented. They've got to win their own battles, but that's what a team like this, Save, Durka, Trex, they can do it. But Durka, he's lost his life on the site. They know about Rienne's. They're conscious of Miniboo. But Miniboo, well, he knows where both these players are too. The spike has to be retrieved. 20 seconds to do it as well. It's not going to be easy. He slipped by. That's, well, it could have been a mistake. Luckily, he's got his knife out. And Safe gonna walk it up, try to take that space.
Spot.
Force a fight a little later.
Same TP out.
They have seized so much control, man. That is going to force a reaction from Vitality. You don't know anything about A. No control on C-bar, the cam all the way down. That's at least patching in some of that info. And actually, that might stop them from stepping outside of garage. The drone certainly will. Saw Durka right, yeah, he knows it.
Thank God. To get out of that position, Heretics putting all the bullets onto garage.
Here.
Durka and Safety just want to regain this space. He wants to take the duel.
Nice shot. Vulnerability didn't even hit, but it didn't need to. Durka straight to the head with the first. And now Team Heretics, they lose control on that side of the map. Mid's open. They patch it in with Rienne's and Benji walking up B. A fake that's taking place on A, and it has dragged 4 players into position. Cerebral play from Team Heretics. They still need to deal with with Safe, as he is sat on the site. The shield back up and online. The guided salvo will force him back for a moment, but okay. They try to deal with him. Just about. 33 health for now. It's got back up. It's the flank around by Durka. It's being caught. Miniboo, eyes in the back of his head. Spidey sense was tingling. Well done. Shots though. Oh, they return. In fact, it's Miniboo left to do it all. That mid flank, I thought, had put the round to rest, but instead he has to stand strong. Vitality could be pushing up to 12 here. 2 kills already, but the 4K will not be found. No Quattro Cat today. It is 12 for Vitality. They took their time getting here, though.
It wasn't bad, that Quadriga. Yeah, I appreciate it. But I feel like maybe Heretics is missing a little bit of that X factor of keeping pushing after the spike's gone down. I think that Vitality is doing well in that regard, and that's in the push in the map, so they do not feel they have enough space to do it. Yes, with Durka going for these kills and having that support, things are looking in a different way. But as you look, this isolated duels are mostly going on the side of Vitality, who will now have 2 chances, 2 rounds. Let's go, guys, to close this map and take it for themselves. Oops. We did it. We put the sound on that.
Okay, yeah, let's listen in on safe. Why not? Kicks! It's huge! He's in the corner! This is the round that sends Heretics out of Haven, surely! The spike is down! Miniboo's gone, and, well, the other brother, the last alive, but not for long! An in-zone flawless, but the map was anything but Vitality. They got there in the end. Heretics put up a fight, though.
It wasn't easy at all. I think that, yes, they wanted to hype it up a little bit, but they struggled. It doesn't matter. Yes, they are 1 map away from playing on the chamber. This definitely does not require lineups.
No, it doesn't. They just line up your crosshair with their head, and I think he's got that one nailed down without too much homework. Vitality, they've gone for a few sheriffs here, and Durkin Kicks using them to good effect. Complete seizure of this B site, and now Heretics locked out. Woot's going to go south side, flank the rest of the squad. You're running straight back into this setup that just decimated the defenders.
Spike's going to go down. Oh, if only they knew how close they are to each other.
Oh, okay. Shot lands the other way. Might have a competitive pistol round still on our hands. Durka, oh, he was looking around the back. Oh, and in fact, he walked straight into Benji Fishy. Good little security detail. Woot, well, they know that he's isolated. 2 players spotted up in heaven. If they can take him down, their back is secure, but Woot has blown a hole wide open in this attacking composition. Safe, he's seen the gun. The silencer gave him away.
With in this round.
I don't mind this. I think it's a good call, having your little bit of range. 3 players, all on 1 angle. You've got a chamber with a headhunter. You've got a Marshall further back that's going to tag them up. Even if your headhunter doesn't hit its mark and just lands the body shot, you're still doing beaucoup de damage. And that's really all you're looking for. Like, in a round like this, creating those little advantages, well, it's already paid off. They've got a pick. They've left Kicks down without shields and a little lower. And now you've got to play the later round without Durka.
Some people would prefer not to at all.
Most people.
Yeah, most people. If you have Durka, why not? Trex is going to be using the drone just to get onto site. It's not going to spot absolutely nothing. And it looks like eventually Vitality will finish up on this B side, but look at Heretics, look at the position.
Just that patience. And they might not have this. This is the thing. They start out the round with 3 players on a firing line, then they step
Just
it back.
walking it.
They fall back, so you don't have that info. You think they've left. They're not here anymore. Why would they be? Sitting, waiting, but pouncing when you step into their den. It's Team Heretics with nothing. Pennies invested. And they have got a world of results. Kicks is fighting on the other side of a smoke. And they have got him outnumbered and outgunned, evidently. Couple seconds left for that spike to be planted. 1 player needs to give their life to make sure that doesn't happen. Or they could still give the round away. Trex now, info on both players. First, taken down. And it's all on Taboo. A classic in hand. Surely not a fight he wins. He's already been dealt the death blow, but the wall got in the way. The shock dart barely avoids taking him down. 10 HP. And Trex has time ticking away, but up top,
very patient. They're making use of all the time that they have. So especially in that situation, I expect them to act in that way. What I like is Heretics also decided to wait, to just settle for the plan, and it's just a drone on the other side of the map that is not going to disrupt us.
And you have to wonder, does that work if they don't find the opening pick like that? Does that work if even Miniboo's a little more aggressive, peeking there with the Marshall? They don't go to B in the same way, but perfectly played.
I guess we'll never know.
Guess we'll never know. 56 seconds on the clock. Vitality, they got a mixed spot. It's pretty decent with those rifles. You'll see the pistols play a little further back. You'll see Safe put out guided salvo. You'll see Kicks' utility come in on the side, and it should be a field day for Durka. He was dropped at the start of the last round, but here is his chance to show up and make a weaker round really stand out. Miniboo just managed to slip past him perfectly. Guided salvo to delay, buys Miniboo a second, but he's still out in the middle of this crossfire. Trex jump shotting him on the way through. The trades would have been there from the smoke, and a 2v2 that comes of it. Trex again I can put a couple of rounds on the last map down to that man in particular. He clutched up when they needed it the most. He made that 13-10 possible. And here, a statement of a third round from him with a triple already under his belt and post-plant Hunter's Fury as well.
Could be a beautiful fate. It's going to try and go for the first one. It's definitely going to risk it all.
Beautiful bait. Kind of close, I suppose, but the RNG gods were with him that day. 3-0 start for Vitality, and pace is not something they're looking to leave behind. Rienz, he picks up the first. He won't get the second. The trade could have been there, but the
damage
smoke
is done.
Perfectly timed. Even still, like you said, damage done. Look how easy it can be for players like Benji. Players like Woot with the Headhunter to drop some of these remaining players.
Yeah, and look at Kicks and Les, very close to the ultimates as well. Trex could play for it, but he's going to play within sight. The flank also coming in onto Les. He's going to spot one of them only.
Well, Boo down, numbers are starting to thin, and Boo finds himself alone against the red tide of the Vitality attack side. It doesn't look good, but he's doing damage. He's making it costly. Not giving up on himself just yet. Star down, could give him a smoke, but Safe's timing to peek. It's absolutely perfect, and now the time is just too far gone. Their attackers are already leaving the site. Saying if you want to go down to the spike, be my guest, but I ain't going with you.
Work with.
That is a risky play. If ever I've seen one, he has continued forward, taking this fight with no intention of falling back.
That's the operator
a little bit out of range of his TP by an eye test, and couldn't quite step back into it because there were players spamming him up. That's a good start for the side of Vitality.
And they're doing the same, right? They get the pick, they freeze. Just freeze. They're going to wait, use the drone to see if there's any aggression coming in from the side of Heretics after getting that player down. And the decision is going to be firm. Let's walk onto A. I mean, they're not going to find any setup going in. They can react to everything. They can just move quickly, get the spike down, work from there.
There they are.
Oh, I like it. The reveal. You can shoot through the smoke when you reveal someone? That's crazy. Rienz has picked up Kicks. 4v4 as a result, and now Heretics, you start to look at that Hunter's Fury. Yes, it's going to be put through, but there's one in response. He's on the jump shot, evading the Hunter's Fury fired back at him. That is beautiful. Vitality now eventually get the plant in. I guess the Hunter's Fury not finding the impact.
And I'm surprised that it's safe that he goes for the Armageddon, probably to use this to buy them a little bit more time, to force on some duels, but Les was also one away from his ultimate.
Hasn't ran the clock down that low, and now primed and ready for the retake. Durka's on site. Durka's not on site anymore. Miniboo has wiped him from our memories, but Trex again delivers when he's needed. It's a 2v2. In fact, a 2v1 with 13 HP on the other side. This one surely done, and it looks like Miniboo's making the same read. Time to get out of there and give another round to Team Vitality. Deja vu of map number 1.
Even with all the chaos going down, I love how Les just stuck in the back, being a very good investment. They're so dead. What's that ultimate called, Mitch?
The Del Defense. It looks like it's not getting to tour much of that force right now.
Oh, he's touring now from A to B.
Oh, he is. He's on the walk. Well, we'll see what sights he sees. When he gets to the B site, if he did, he might not find a lot of attackers there. Vitality, again, they're content with pumping the brakes.
One kill, we
content
freeze.
with moving. Exactly.
Every single time.
And it looks like they're already starting to thaw out, moving towards the A side, a gradual shift to what is wide open space. Whoops. That's kind of perfect. I mean, the fact that he saw around the corner isn't great, but you see Durka trying to hide, and you think that, yeah, this is probably a B play.
Spiked dropped onto Kicks, and Safe probably wants to bait a little bit onto A. What they don't know, exactly, no one's there. Heretics is again stuck on B, and that to the force could be game-changing.
The stealth drone saw Durka walk back, then Salvo goes out on A. Heretics don't have that info, but yeah, you think this is going to be an A hit. That's what Vitality are trying to tell you, but instead, they've come into B, into the heavy numbers of Heretics who are not winning the opening fights. Stepping through the smokes, they've met their demise. A-site, 3 players here early on. They see contact, and then guess what happens? Nothing. It's Vitality on the attack. They love to freeze, and they'll sit here, and they'll wait for someone to make a play. Luckily, Heretics have got no shortage of information. Having already fired out the stealth drone in mid, they see
I mean, they both love it.
Taken.
Having 2 drones on each team, it is a lot, especially when the timings are being so stale and everybody's using most of the time in the clock. Having those abilities that you can intercalate. Come on, Wood.
He hasn't stepped outside of his TP this time. Hasn't hit the shot, but
the shots.
At least he's not stuck in the corner getting decimated by utility spams and all of everything in between. Bladestorm active round the back is Durka. And down the bottom, we can't quite fill in our sign in the studio yet. That's not a falling death, but it's close. It's a prelude, a taster of what could come later. Vitality, they're moving to the B site, but it's not like Heretics have rotated.
Yeah. Les could get all the time in here, but with almost 20 seconds left, they have to be very, very quick. Boo could have this round even with just a pull.
That's huge. With Miniboo going down, now they're in trouble. Les has taken Heaven a double kill, and the plant secured with 20 seconds left. It was Les trying to find timing, but he was being watched. That's not a fight he should have won. The second wasn't a fight he should have won, and as a result, we could be seeing 7-0.
3v4, the Armageddon is ready for Benji Fisher, but they need to spot any of his players.
Oh, brutal utility thrown out. It's Kicks off his own stun to grab a kill. Guided Salvo should have gotten some sort of an assist there as well for displacement. Vitality find themselves winning the duels, but losing the site. Rienz has thrown a wrench in the works. He's made it around with a reveal up top and a tap on the spike already. Going for half, it's a race between him and Kicks, but Kicks gets there first. A 3-piece. You don't expect to see those ults put into play, right? Maybe if they get a kill or a situation that's clearly advantageous, but it's unlikely.
Wood came back, maybe a little bit too quick.
Yeah, not sticking his ground, but understandably a little spooked. And around like this, though, you can take risks. Okay.
You can take risks, and if you're safe, you can charge your ultimate, apparently.
Why ever not? Decoy's being acknowledged as such. Benji goes down, but it's housekeeping for the side of Vitality. Okay, it could become a little bit more than that. That's now a 2v3. They still need to get on the spike, but Woot is hunting down some heads. Unfortunately, they were pointed right at him. Rifles lined up and round done. 8. Paul, I'm sure. I think there's a benefit to being that little bit more unhinged. Harder to figure out. Nice opening shot. Durka already onto Woot. And now looking for the side control, but Miniboo has slipped into the corner. He's found one, but he caught switching weapons. Now the push from the defenders, it falls back, it stalls out. And an isolated Boo on the other side of the map is in a lot of trouble in the late round. We know Vitality, they love to freeze. They love to rotate.
And apparently Les also loves to walk up mid. The drone is going to be used and it's going to spot. See both of them. Oh, it's broken.
They're conscious. They know that flag should be coming in. And at this point, Rienz,
push it!
What a mistake! He's a little slow. He doesn't run around the corner in time. Now there's backup, and now he's dealt with. The site's being taken. The Hunter's Fury's by the man who's got the spike, so there'll be no planting today. What there could be is an uninterrupted push, but Durka very much spotted. He jumps over the Hunter's Fury. Not quite aimed at the right altitude, but they know he's here. He's not going to catch them by surprise, and
30 seconds
even
left.
evading that, it's not going to sell what he hopes that it will. Spike plant not put through yet, conscious of the push up now of the flank as well. There's just so many dangers here, and with 15 seconds left with Boo putting a star into play, he won't manage to interrupt. At least that's something to write home about, and Durka almost did catch them off guard. There's 2 players lined up to take him down. Boo takes that moment, knowing there's only one on the site, that he's isolated, but he's won the fight. And now Trex and Durka. Trex, who's won so many clutch rounds for this team already, is standing by.
The things started to get moving.
Well, this is a fast-paced hit. A change of pace indeed. The A site is being overrun by attackers, but Durka found himself alone. The guided salvo stopped the rest of the crew. How has Trex won that? How have Vitality gotten away with this A site push? That is ridiculous. Even with the weaker weapons now, and the ones that are left, well, they are certainly weak. It's just the Sheriffs. This round could have had something. Instead, it seems like Heretics are again left holding on to sweet, sweet nothing. A 10-0 start and barely a dent in this attack.
Absolutely. So many times where we've seen Miniboo being the last.
Up that utility, ult in play, flash there, we can't see a thing. They've gone, Durka has fallen down. Oh, the Armageddon has caught him up in heaven. He was flying so high. But his own team's utility, well look, Vitality, you gotta give them props. They're trying to help out Heretics, trying to give them a round.
Give me a slow-mo of that.
They certainly need it.
Andy, if it's you, give me a slow-mo of that.
Oh no, how is Safe behind them? How is Safe walked up right into their back? This is a huge problem. Safe is just allowed to have his way with the backside straight into their spawn. A 10-0 start, and this is how you push to 11? Unless Rienz is gonna again have a clutch that we'll remember for many days to come at least.
Save.
And he's out of here. 11-0, and it comes off of that play. Site take, trades, and then Safe. With just the biggest gap I've seen left, wide open. He was invited in.
Oh, for a second I thought Les just jumped.
No.
I mean,
we don't want 1.5 on the counter.
didn't Save want to hype this up? Save?
Get the hype.
It's 11-0.
No.
Point
Second last round of the
15
game.
of a phone.
All missiles away.
But yeah, you have last round played out here. Could be second last round of the series as well. Heretics, they've put it all on the line. Of course they have. Every credit they've got put into this round. Tour de force in play for Woot. Shotgun to back it up. Guardian for Boo. There's weaknesses.
It's easy to say no impact from the utility and from the ultimates coming from the side of Heretics once they're 0 and 11, but Vitality have found the key.
Durka's got a backup weapon, I'm sure. He's using the Outlaw for now just to tag someone to 140. I'm sure he's got a rifle. There it is. Okay, yeah, he has. He's picked up a rifle. So early, he was in mid, just looking to tag someone down, make it easy in the late round. Maybe if they have light shields, which, you know.
Yeah, Les was saving for next time.
Instead now, swap to the rifle. It's the A-site take. He's first in, first on site. Guided salvo doesn't stop them this time. The team's there with him. And no punish from Heretics just yet. They're going to push, and Heretics are ready.
Again, less on the same position as always. The rest just playing from within side. All of Heretics to try and take tower control.
It's a big problem. You know, it looked like Vitality were going to push all the way through, but Durka sitting in the corner here. It's the right call. He might catch them off guard. In fact, now he needs to, because Heretics, they may just have found their way back in. And it's a little late. One round as a max is suboptimal. But here's their chance. The defuse needs to be found. It's half just now, and there's not a lot to try to stop them at this point. The Cosmic Divide keeping them separated and fades a little too late. Players have not really moved. It's a nice slow play from Team Heretics, from that attack side. No one wants to be the one to make the first mistake, because in this situation, the first could be the last.
Yeah, and on Haven, we saw the aggression coming in from the defense when Vitality was on that side of the map. So probably Heretics is expecting the same thing. Ready, Wood trying to look to see if he spots anything on A, but same kind of trouble. Like, you play without a sentinel, it's gonna be very easy to get onto side and get the spike down.
This attack side is going to be sailing against the storm for Team Heretics.
Scanning ahead.
Just got to approach this one step at a time. Shock darts down for some damage. I like a little reposition for Shock. Nice. He's tickling them up, but all those players still standing for now. Spike not yet gone down. Guided salvo should give them the space to get that in, and Rienz from the top of the rope, taking one, but Woot falls soon after. It's going to be a quick retake as well by Vitality. Spike hasn't gone down yet. They're trying to get ahead of this, trying to make it awkward for those players on the side, and they have done just that, leaving Benji Fishy against 2.
And we've seen this situation before. Kicks and less. 2v1, the spike has to go down, all that utility, they're just gonna go and hunt him.
A round that's needed for Heretics, but a pistol win, a bit more of a buffer between them. Their international event. Hancock on the line. Oh, it's the TP from Miniboo. Little bit of a cheeky play in this round of all of them. Maybe they needed a risk to be taken, but the reward they hoped would be found is nowhere to be seen, being run over, and it's less to do the damage. 13-1. Barely a fight to be had when it came to this last map. Vitality, we're sending them overseas.
And what a performance that they delivered, especially on this last